Hey guys, here we go. Let's just make sure all this is working. So, 5 o'clock Sunday evening, UK time. Hope you are all well. I promised that I would do a little reading from this Survival Guide for Life, how to achieve your goals, how to thrive in adversity, and how to grow in character. And it just felt like a really kind of pertinent time to be talking about some of this stuff. There are a lot of people who are in adversity, and how can we thrive in that. Last week I did some reading from the start of Mud, Sweat and Tears. I'm currently writing midway through Mud, Sweat and Fears, which is going to come out, God willing, I'm not actually sure, I think maybe either end of this year or early next year. But I just wanted to send lots of love to all of you guys, really, and hope everyone's doing okay. It's a cold day today. I always sit out here, and the last couple of times I've done this, it's been blazing sunshine. Now I'm wrapped up and it's cold. But I know so many people have been going through such a hard time. This lockdown hasn't been easy for anyone, whether wherever you are in the UK, it's been hard. And I promised I'd answer some questions as well for you guys. But one of the questions I was going to answer that came in earlier was, what lessons have you learned from lockdown? And I think that's a really interesting one for all of us, of how this time changes us. And I think if we're unchanged by it, it's unheard of. I think we all should be changed by it, I think, is the point. My hope is that the change for all of you is for the better. Okay. Cup of tea. Okay. Here we go. I asked the boys which of this little chat. So this book is split into loads of different chapters, like this. Like, have a dream, don't listen to dream stealers, just begin, chase the goal, be the most enthusiastic person, all of it. And there are loads of them, as you can see, loads of chapters. So I said to the boys, pick me one, and they picked this one near the end, number 52. Learning courage. Okay, 2 pages, 2 and a bit pages. Okay, you ready? Here we go. First up, courage has nothing to do with showy displays of bravado, but courage has everything to do with quiet feats of action over emotion. Real courage is about how we react in the face of overwhelming odds. And it is impossible to be courageous if you aren't also afraid. Courage involves facing our fears and walking through them. It is not about having no fear, but it's about doing what is necessary despite the fear. One of the bravest people I have ever met is an 11-year-old boy from Hungary called Joseph. Joseph is battling a life-threatening disease, an intense pain, but he's tackling it with a smile, determination, and the warmest of hearts. Even though Joseph is scared every day, and he's undergone some 45 surgical operations in an effort to preserve his young life, Joseph still chooses to tackle every day head-on with optimism. And right there is real courage. Being brave is rarely the easy option. If it was, everyone would win the Victoria Cross. Battles, both real and metaphorical, aren't like that. Battles in life are scary. I know, I've been in enough. But battles also give us all an opportunity to distinguish ourselves. Battles give us a chance to stand tall and to show courage, despite the fear, despite the trepidation, and despite the weakness we naturally feel when we're frightened. Courage is the ace in the pack, the ticket that can break a stalemate and make a difference. If we can, despite our feelings, take that little bit of courage inside and just get on and do what we hope might be brave enough to do, then the world will often smile in return, because the world rewards bravery in the same way the wild rewards bravery. It's another law of the universe. Be brave and the walls often crumble. Try it, despite your feelings. And when you are in the midst of your battles, know that you have a choice. Be brave or hide. By the way, sometimes being brave means we actually do have to hide. Discretion can be the better part of valour, as they say. There are many times when the brave option isn't the muscle flexing, lots of smoke and straight up the middle option. Rather, it can be the humble, quiet retreat. The admission that we were maybe wrong in that instance. That option. Because courage comes in many forms. But the common thread is that courage is about finding that spirit inside us to do what is right in the big moments, despite the fear. The Latin root of the word courage means heart, and I love that. Showing heart when it really matters. Being courageous in those big moments in life that we will all face. One final thought. The most courageous people are also sometimes the most unlikely people. And I've seen this many times on high mountains. Ordinary people in extraordinary situations having to be incredibly brave. So, take heart. If you don't think you're very brave, watch out. You might be the perfect candidate. So there you go. Chapter on being brave. We had a lot of other shortlists for the chapter to read. One of which was the will to win means nothing without the will to train. How to train physically. That's where our Be Military Fit comes into it, and the family have been joining me on loads of these workouts. If you haven't checked out BMF, check them out. Be Military Fit. It's a company that is veteran run by myself and one of my oldest buddies from military days. And we have an incredible community now of 20,000 people training all over the world. And we normally train outside as a community, but obviously during lockdown we've been training together inside. So BMF at home, check that out. But yeah, have a look at Be Military Fit. So that's how we train for that. Fuel well. That's another chat that the boys quite want to. You gotta keep trying. Keep the good food going in. Eat healthy where you can. The other ones they were quite keen for me to read was the chapter on storms make us stronger. Again, really pertinent at this time for many people going through difficult times. The chapter on to get, you first have to give. The whole principle of giving and being kind. And then the other one they wanted me to read was we all struggle with motivation sometimes, and myself included. And I had a day today where I was doing wanted a long yoga session and just was tired and sort of felt like it's Sunday and I didn't really want to do it and didn't feel very motivated. But I thought, you know what, my magic way of getting workouts done is that I say I'll just commit to beginning. I'll commit to the first 3 minutes, and then if I still want to not do it, I can drop out after that. But invariably you start, you begin, you get moving, and then you keep going, and that always helps me. So all of us sometimes feel a little unmotivated. Don't worry about that. Just try and make a positive decision to go for it and to begin. So there you go. A little reading from Survival Guide for Life. And I think out of all the books I've done, this is probably the one that I think I am most proud of. The reason I say that is because I get so many lovely notes and messages and emails and texts from people all around the world who said it's helped them. And I'm proud of this book because it's about you guys. It's helping you guys to thrive in adversity and grow in character and achieve your goals. And maybe one of the things that lockdown has done has giving us all a chance to refocus and to say, actually, what do we really want to do with our life? What are our goals? Beyond maybe just our day job. What are our real dreams? How can we make them happen? And remember, the key with dreams is positive action every day, little steps towards them. And not to listen to the dream stealers, because all of us in our lives have many dream stealers, people who say you can't do it, or you're crazy, or you will fail. First of all, yes, we'll fail. We'll all fail, but you've got to keep going. But the goal is, don't listen to the dream stealers. Keep the vision and keep moving forward. And again, I write about this quite a lot in Survival Guide for Life. Final question I was going to take, which I said at the start, was lessons from the lockdown. And I think for me the big lesson is slow down. Don't be scared to take longer to do things and take more time out and understand that family is everything in our lives, and protect that at all cost. And don't rush. Just don't rush. Time simply together with the family, even though sometimes it's stressful for people, of course, it is actually the gold time. It's a wonderful time. So my lesson is slow down, always be grateful for family, and actually remember who the real heroes are in life. And I think there's going to be a positive global reset about who we consider the real heroes, because the real heroes are often unsung and unseen. And you look at these incredible nurses and doctors and key workers and ambulance people and all of those working so tirelessly at the moment for us, heroes. So if you're one of them, whatever country you're in right now, know that we think you are amazing and we thank you. So there we go. Maybe I'll take one more question. I'm going to look at some of these coming down here. So here we go. A quick slurp of tea, because we all like tea. Okay, here we go. Thank you. That's kind. Love our children's names. Jessie, Marmaduke, Huckleberry. They are pretty amazing. I bet I'm the only person you know who drinks 2 cups of tea at the same time. One is coffee, actually, and one is tea. One of my many weird foibles again. Okay, here we go. How is your quarantine? Mother's Day recommendations. Let's do that one. Mothers. Okay, so it's Mother's Day in America. It's not Mother's Day in the UK. We have a different Mother's Day. I think one of the positive global resets of values that I was talking about is going to be an appreciation of what heroes mums are. And especially in the UK, so many mums having to help with homeschooling. They are amazing. And I think all of us are guilty of not saying to our mums enough that we love them. So my mum, if you're watching this, she has just got into Instagram, so she might be, Mum, I love you very much. And to Shara, mum to our 3 boys, you are an incredible lady. You are an incredible lady. And to all of you mums out there today, respect. The job you're doing is the most important job in the world. We salute you. So there we go. It feels like a nice note to finish on. But I just want to say to all of you guys, have a great week ahead. Look after yourself. Stay safe. God bless. Bye-bye.